Like now we're hungry.
Dude, we
Wait,
did.
we're
You
hungry.
know, welcome everybody. As we started talking about blizzards before this actually started, so
like snow blizzards or ice cream blizzards.
Ice cream, and I was in the mood for some dessert, and I was like, what sounds good? A Heath Blizzard, because I haven't had a Heath one in like 5 years. So it's usually, M's or I'll get the whatever the special is, like the animal cracker one. That animal cracker one is
that was
really
a jam.
good. That circus animal one is
that
really
needs to be permanent.
That does need to be permanent. But a Heath Blizzard, for whatever reason, just sounded good. So
because you're a Heathen.
Hey.
And now we canceled. All right, boys. It's been a good run. We almost made a year.
Hey, my thumb was out, so we're fine. And that's what matters. So, wait, what were we talking about? Before Blizzards? I forgot.
Blizzards.
Frosties.
Oh, that was the other thing. Because we're talking about, because Duke was talking about how the strawberry one was not very good.
That shit slapped.
It slapped. I slapped it out of my hand going, what the fuck is this shit?
Nope. You get them to mix it with the chocolate.
Nah.
See, I was telling Duke, that should be the Valentine's one, because strawberry and chocolate goes together. So you would think they'd have it for Valentine's.
No, we had that shit at Comic-Con.
Right. The sea salt caramel one was really good, though. The one from last month.
Unfortunately, Wendy's isn't plentiful enough here. I got to go to the hood. I got to put on my bulletproof vest. I got to roll in the Cybertruck.
Man, you got me thinking, where are there Wendy's around?
Rancho and Craig?
Get out. There isn't one at Centennial? One. There's no one in the Centennial Shopping Center? Holy crap, dude.
Dude, I saw a thing on one of my YouTube videos. I didn't watch the video. It was just the headline saying all your TGI Fridays in Vegas closed.
Yep.
There was like 4 of them in casinos, and they all closed this week.
Yep.
Oh, there were some casinos. I forgot about that.
Orleans, yeah.
Yeah, Orleans had one. I remember going there. Is it a bankruptcy thing, or do you got going on? Okay. Restructure.
Don't know why you go to Fridays anyways.
I guess there's only 4 official ones left in California, but then there's a few of them that are franchised. But I guess as far as ones that are owned by like TGI Fridays, there's only like 4 left.
Gotcha. I think I'm going to Applebee's anyway. Get me a $9.99.
They got the $1 drinks, man. Come on.
Who? Fridays?
They got their specialty drinks for like $1.
Oh, that's fantastic. I just know that $9.99 lunch special or dinner special, burger, fries, and a drink for $10. I'm like, damn, it's cheaper than fast food.
Mm-hmm.
Even after
that's Applebee's. Well,
what's that?
And you get to pretend like you're eating well.
Yeah, I can fake that all the whole way.
Nobody's ever acted like they've eaten well off of our
It's
Applebee's.
a sit-down menu, sir. It's a sit-down restaurant.
And
take your order at the table.
If I'm not mistaken, you can get a couple times a year unlimited appetizers. So that's even more real.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
It's like, where's the classiest place you go? They give me unlimited appetizers.
Yeah. The place that gives me unlimited appetizers.
And I actually have to tip them because they take my order at the table.
And they let me switch those appetizers, like going to Red Robin. I was like, wait, I don't have to have another order of fries. I can switch to the broccoli or a side salad. Yes, sir.
If you get the white waiter or waitress at Red Robin, they'll let you switch it up.
No, that's a part of their thing. You can switch it up anyway. That's what I'm saying. It's not let's sneak this by. No, they made it a thing where you can swap out your side. So what I usually do, so what I would do is, what side would you like? A salad. So I have a salad first, and then I'll switch to the fries. And then if I'm still hungry, like a lot of times, I'll save my burger and just fill up on fries.
What's so number one, always get them extra done, because they always get that little the Red Robin fries are some of the few fries I like with like they give a good crunch. I don't know. But if you don't, sometimes though, if you don't tell them to leave it in for an extra minute, like they'll come out a little soggy. But what's your seasoned salt to fry ratio?
Seasoned salt?
You don't put the Red Robin.
You don't put the fucking Red Robin season? What the fuck is wrong with you?
What they have on there is sufficient, and I dip it in my mayonnaise. We're good.
Jesus fucking Christ! You're so goddamn white.
Hey, it's Black History Month. You can't say that. You got 26 days to calm down.
We're taking it back.
Lou is the one guy that goes into Red Robin that the seasoned salt level is the same size when he leaves the restaurant as when he comes in. I bring in a Ziploc and I'm like,
Lou's ancestors were those motherfuckers in Britain that started wars over seasons and spices and doesn't even put them in his fucking food.
Yeah, he's like at the Boston Tea Party. Fuck this tea. And they're like, well, which flavor is your favorite? I hate tea.
It's called balance because old girl will use enough salt of that seasoning shit for both of us. That's for damn sure. Except she'll do it with ranch.
Ooh, whoa. She's got to use a straw. She has to use a fork to eat her ranch or to eat her fries.
Eat your
Because
fries.
they're just like, the fries are like, oh man, I'm drowning. It's
shit on a shingle.
Nah, man, I just want a side of mayo to go with my fries, and it's perfectly seasoned already. If they forget, don't get me wrong, I'll sprinkle a layer on the top layer of the mayo, and then you eat around it until all the layer's gone. Then you sprinkle another layer on it. So yeah. Normal.
Sorry.
I can't.
The stuff the average American does. Don't you all have a layer on your mayo?
No, I don't put mayonnaise on my fries. So that's fucking weird.
Yeah. Are you fucking British or something? What the fuck?
And you're right. I wouldn't have drank the tea. It's like, ugh.
I'm just here to protest because I like yelling at things.
My tea because I don't drink that shit. I just want to break something.
I heard there was people down here throwing bricks, so I thought I'd come down here. I hate bricks, though.
Oh, so rectangular.
Have you noticed they're never perfectly square? They're always rough. I hate it.
Right? The porous and everything.
Sand it down a little bit.
I got it right there. I got Lou's spot about why he hates bricks, because they're never perfect.
Unless they're like wood block bricks, solid bricks. The porous ones, like pieces will chunk off of them. It's like, no.
Don't even get him started about cinder blocks.
Just don't. Yeah, man. Then you have the one that's like, you know how they try to put it back together like it's still a solid piece? No. Get rid of that damn broken one and get a new one in there. It's gonna break it the next day anyway, but it's so stupid.
I need to send Lou the video of the person with the box where it has all the different shapes, and they're like, square goes in the square, triangle goes in the square,
no,
rectangle goes in the square. It's one of those where like it's the cutouts are all fucked up, so like you can actually fit every single one through the same.
Oh, that's stupid.
And the video is like a person watching it while they're doing it's like a reaction video to it, and they're like, no. By the end, they're just like, no. And I'm like, that would be Lou.
Yeah, for sure. Why would they even make that? It's like, what are they doing? Quality control at its finest.
I failed in my homework this week. It was just I had an off. It was busy at work, and I just had an off week, so I did not get to watch the movies that I said I was going to. So feel free to talk about them, though. It's fine. Like, I will not be broke.
No, that's all good. We can wait. Yeah. Ain't no rush.
There's nobody waiting on that.
Exactly. We'll get to it when we get to it.
But for everybody that wants to, X, Pearl, and Maxine. That's what we're talking about.
Right.
Eventually.
In that order.
In that order.
You got the main, a prequel, then a sequel.
Did we cover all our stuff about Creature Commandos? Everybody watched all of them?
Yeah.
We did. We talked about it. But there was something we were going to talk about, and it was like I forgot. I was going to bring it up, and I forgot.
No, I know what it is. I got you. But I did lie to you guys last week. I didn't do nothing. We went to go see this small local band called The Killers. Yeah.
Small, local.
Yeah. You might not have heard of them.
I think I might have heard about them on Rock Band, but that's a very small game. Nobody played it.
Yeah.
No, I was at karaoke once, and somebody I think sung one of their songs, and I was like, "This is weird," but I mean, It's okay. Like, I didn't tap my feet or anything like that. And the whole crowd wasn't into it. It was kind of one of those. It's like when somebody goes up and they're like, "I'm going to sing like a K-pop song," and everyone's like, "Okay." So.
Hang on, I lost focus. I wasn't sure if that's correct. Somebody sung one of their songs versus sang one of their songs, and I got lost on that. What else were we talking about?
Yeah, your grammar's getting corrected by the black guy.
Yep.
He's going to ask you to say it again.
Hey. I mean, makes sense. Solid. We need the freaking rim shot effect on that one. That was good.
No, Jack said take care of that before the podcast tonight.
No, rim shot, not rim job.
Yeah. Get it right.
See, again, didn't correct it. I can't. Both you guys are on either side of me. I can't even do anything right.
Yeah, this pot will be over in an hour. Rim stuff will get taken care of. Don't worry about it.
We'll just need to upgrade to the next level of Riverside that has a soundboard.
Right.
Riverside.
I don't know if there is one. I have to look.
Oh, they've got.
But anyways,
or is it just an add-on? Some kind of add-on.
Sure it was a 20-year anniversary of their first album. Also, old as
Are they from Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Them and Slaughter, baby.
And Panic at the Disco, Imagine Dragons. They're all from down here.
They're all from, as you say, they're all.
Yeah. Vegas taking over the indie rock world.
Was it one of those things that was like downtown? Like they have like that?
No, it was at Caesars, dude. They got like a residency or some shit going on.
Because they do that stuff. They do that stuff during the summer, right, or fall, where they'll have like the music on the weekends or whatever, and it's always
Fremont.
Yeah. The band on the bricks.
But it was cool. They played the entirety of the first album, like all the way through.
Makes sense. 20th anniversary. Okay.
And then they disappeared for a minute, and they came back out and sang the rest of their hit songs.
Bro, that's a long ass concert.
It was. It was good though. The wife's been wanting to see them for a minute, so it was good times.
Yeah. So the Killers and Kendrick Lamar, that's your jams this year?
Yeah. Sir, he just won like 3 or 4 Grammys tonight for Not Like Us. It was the first time a rap diss song has won all those Grammys.
Is it really a diss though when you're talking about Drake?
No.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about?
Drake is like the 21st century Ja Rule or something. Like,
for real though.
I'm gonna try to do a diss song, but it's not gonna come out right, and everyone's gonna hate it. And then that other person that I'm fighting is just gonna own me so much that I'm just not even gonna go to the Grammys anymore.
Right?
Kendrick Lamar singing anything famous that I should look up? I should know.
Bruh. He's doing the halftime at the Super Bowl.
I'm watching Puppy Bowl. It's fine.
Lou doesn't know him because the song he's known for is Humble, and if there's anything we know about Lou,
Facts.
Lou's like, Humble, change the channel.
Hashtag.
I don't even know that word.
Wait, does he do the Black and Yellow song? That the Steelers song?
No.
Nope, that's Kodak.
Kodak Black or some shit.
Yeah.
He's like a.
There's a K in his name. I was close.
I don't know.
I was close. There's a K in Kendrick and a K in Kodak.
No.
It's like, wait, so Ice Cube did Cop Killer? Well, I mean, there was Ice.
Like Ice, whatever.
That one I know is Ice-T. I know that one because he was in Gears of War.
Drake was almost in Gears of War. He almost played Jace.
Oh.
I was about to protest that shit, but then we got my boy Michael B. Jordan instead and saved it.
What? It wasn't Michael B. Jordan and played Jace.
It was. He played Jace.
Didn't we meet the guy that played Jace?
No, we played the
at Comic-Con.
That was the Indian dude that played.
No, the black dude that was the one that was an Arrow. Didn't he do the voice of Jace?
No, he's
he did a voice in Gears.
He's the
we
voice
got him
of
to sign our poster.
Marx's kid's buddy.
Yeah, that wasn't Jace.
That's not Jace. Jace was in 3 with Ice-T.
Fuck. All right. Either way, good games.
Yes, you got to go back and play it.
I was going to say,
again.
You know what? I thought about that. I was like, let me get off these puzzle games and go replay Gears 1 through 5.
Especially, there's supposed to be is there a movie coming out? Or is it another game?
There's a movie coming out for 15 years.
But I'm talking about like...
No, but I think Netflix is like for real doing it.
TV show, I thought. I thought TV show, not movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a Netflix show or some shit.
Show,
I don't know.
Right? Yeah, it's like an 8 episodes.
A limited series or whatever.
Yeah. I remember because I think one matter of fact goes back to our earlier pod. I think you told me that on one of our pods, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that was happening. I just thought it was just dead in the water.
No,
Speaking of that, this week I've been watching American Manhunt, which was suggested to me by a friend of mine. Speaking of Netflix, so they have. I guess they're going to have one.
Was that it's not about hunt down illegals?
No, sorry.
Okay, nope. Well, then I ain't watching.
Well, it's American Manhunt, so that's But I guess they did one a while back about the Boston bombings, the marathon bombings, which was pretty cool. And then I'm right in the middle of the OJ one right now. It's pretty interesting. And then I guess they're supposed to there's either one out or one coming out with the Menendez brothers. So
look at you, OJ, watching stories on innocent men.
But it's interesting because they're not talking to like the main people from the trial. They're talking to like the people who were kind of in the sphere. Like it's not like Johnny Cochran, but it's like Johnny Cochran's right-hand man and then not Marsha Clark, but the Darden, the guy. Like, so those are the interviews. It's not
Judge
all the
Ito's
main
clerk.
Was that
Judge Ito's clerk?
Yeah, exactly. So it's interesting just because it's different perspective, like it's not the same kind of people regurgitating the same shit about it. So,
do you guys remember that joke back in the day that everybody was saying about the judge? You know, like what do you call a little burr? A burrito? What do you call a little taco? A taquito? What do you call a little judge? A judge-ito?
That sounds like something you just made up, Lou.
No,
that went around.
Lou was telling dad jokes in '94. Lou ain't even out of high school, and he's like, guys, let me tell you this one. And they're like, God damn it, Lou, not another dad joke. Oh, I promise it's not a dad joke.
You wait. You at least heard the Bronco one, right? You know?
Probably.
Okay, yeah. So back when, because you're watching it, OJ was doing his thing. What do they call it? A slow speed chase or whatever?
Yeah. It was one of the first time they'd ever actually had that on TV before.
Yeah, and then when it happened, freaking up here in Denver, fucking John Elway got arrested because they were looking for a slow white Bronco.
Wow.
Those are the two jokes that were going around back then, like 30 years ago. Those are the two most popular jokes.
Somehow they ended up in Colorado, and they're like, oh, let's pull over this guy. And he's like, I'm John Elway. I look like a horse.
It's so true, though. What the hell, that dude? Oh, my God.
So what you wanted to bring up last time, Lou, was tipping. You were very upset about it.
Thank you. It's just, I'm curious at what y'all think about the whole tipping at like fast food places or, you know, places where you like, I don't know, what's Noodles and Company, for example, or something like that, where you just walk up, you order, you sit down, they bring your food to your table or whatever, or you wait for it, they call you, however they do it. Because there were some people that were going back and forth on this tipping thing. It actually was in one of the Vegas foodie groups chats on Facebook. And it was, I think the issue was, if I have to stand, you know, to order or whatever the case may be, I'm not tipping anything. And then some other people are like, well, they still had to, you know, get your food and all this. And I'm all like, that's called their job. They would have to do that anyway. Yeah. So for me, it was like, what extra did this person do to earn a tip?
Yep.
So it's like nowadays, obviously, anything you do, they add that stupid add a tip to it. And it's hard to say no, only because you don't want them to spit in your food. So it's like, I just like, I kind of avoid just those places altogether at this point. It's like, I just won't even bother.
Well, I mean, I think we can also establish too that tipping is a very American thing. The majority of the rest of the world, there is no tipping. They do not deal with it at all. If you try to tip them, like, the only reason that they would accept your tip is to not offend you. But in general, a lot of places in the world do not have a tipping culture at all.
However, they make that up by adding a service fee to their bill. Because I was looking this up for a trip to Japan, because I was like, okay, is it customary to tip in Japan? And then all the shit came up and it was like, no, you don't. It's not customary. However, they add a service fee to the bill, which is basically a forced tip anyway. So it's like they don't do it because they do it for you. So I won't go as far as to say they don't do it in other countries. It's just that it's a different way of putting it.
Well, I guess the traditional tipping, right, where you tip based on a percentage. I will say my opinion has changed, because it used to be like when the person, like if you go into a restaurant and the person person that was waiting on you, like you would tip them $10 or whatever, then that would be theirs. But now so many places do like the pool, which always bothers me because tip outs and also just pool. Like everybody puts it together and then they just get paid on their paycheck, whatever their portion of that
paycheck.
Right. So they can tax it. Because most of that stuff now is taxed.
Not if Trump gets his way.
What's that?
Not if Trump gets his way. He came here and promised that he wasn't going to tax tips.
If he doesn't,
what's interesting? Great. Kamala copied that and was going to do it too. I'm like, I don't understand why not.
But we're also supposed to get rid of income tax too. So
it's part of your income, so it should be taxed. If you get rid of income tax, then fine. No, don't tax it. But it makes no sense to not tax tips.
Right.
To me.
Otherwise, just call like all my work a tip. Shit.
Right. I'm like, hey,
I get paid $5 an hour. The rest of it was a tip.
I have a minimum tip. Yeah, exactly. What's minimum wage? That's what I make. The rest of it's tips.
Yep.
But I think so. To me, my opinion has changed a little bit since it's going to a pool of people, and most, that means there's no more. You're not rewarding the person for giving you good service, right? You're entirely you're for all intents and purposes encouraging other people not to give good service, right? Because they're still going to get the same amount regardless of how good a service they do. As long as they're 2.5 out of 5, they're good. And to me, that's.
Go ahead, finish that thought.
Well, and so to me, that's, when you meet somebody who brings an extra ketchup or an extra mayo or is refilling your waters constantly or whatever, like going kind of above and beyond, like I feel like you need to reward that. But the person at the table behind you that's serving them has shown up once, but yet they're going to get the same amount of money at the end of the day from those tips. So
that's when you minimal tip on your card and slide them some cash.
I never have cash on me. That's the problem. Too many strip clubs.
Yeah, but at a restaurant that does that. So, or if you know a restaurant does that, make sure you have cash or get their fucking Venmo account.
Yeah, can I Venmo you? That's what I do when I get.
I ain't gonna lie.
When I get my pedicures, I always Venmo them. I'm like, can I Venmo you? Yeah.
But see, this falls in that whole line of why socialism is bad, because now the server has no motivation to do a good job. Mm-hmm. And it's just like school. If hey, we're gonna have our grades are gonna be based off of the average of everybody else. It's like, wait, so if I bust my ass, I don't get an A because everybody else who didn't bust their ass could bring my grade down. Okay, then I just won't bust my ass anymore. And now that's what we got going in the restaurant industry. If that's the case, I don't know too many out here that are switching to the pooling thing, but I'm glad you brought it up because I'm gonna ask now if I go to a restaurant.
Yeah, hey, always ask.
Is your tip yours or is it pooled? Because that matters to me. Because now, I honestly never really thought about that because I don't see it. Every once in a while, I've heard tips are pooled, but that's maybe 10% of the places out here. Is it a higher number out there? Is like a standard thing out there?
In my experience, most of the places out here, that's the pooling is how they do it.
Oh wow, so. Yeah, that's bullshit. And
but I think that goes back. But I think that goes back to what Jack was saying with the pooling. It's a lot easier to pay out everybody than having the server do it themselves every day.
Yeah,
I guess.
But there's also a few places that have eliminated tipping altogether, and they just added like $1 to all of their stuff, and they're like, "This is how we're making up the difference, right? Like, please don't tip, just whatever you're." They've even gotten rid of like the tip line on the receipt, and they were
just charge a service fee, right?
Well, no, everything's just $1 more, right? So your bacon and eggs is $9 instead of $8, and that was.
Yeah, how does that help the server though? That's where I'm lost.
Because then they can pay them more than the $3.50 an hour they have to pay them if they get.
Why do people think that's a thing? The servers get minimum wage,
but they can pay the servers better. So then
I'm just saying basic minimum. I mean, a lot of them make more than minimum wage. I'm just saying a lot of people they get $2 an hour and the rest are tips. That hasn't been a thing in like decades.
I don't know. I never served tables. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never. That's one aspect of my working career I was able to avoid. So I'm just speaking to you from my experience eating in many, many restaurants over the past 45 years.
What do you tip on other things?
I'm trying to think what other instances I tip. I tip though.
I tip car wash.
So if I just do the drive-through, I don't tip.
No.
But yeah, I mean, I'll tip them. I'll tip them if I do a detail.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
I'll leave a couple bucks.
Out of your car.
Yeah. Again, if there's something that I need to like move out of their way to do, I will tip them. Housekeeping, I'll generally tip them depending on how long I'm.
Hotel is usually. I heard this. Now, this is a while back, but standard was like $5 a night. However many nights you stay there, it's $5 a night. Leave it at the end of as you check out. My shuttle driver when I go to the airport, I'm going to long-term park my car for 5 days. The shuttle driver, because he'll grab my bags, put them on the bus and tip them off. So I usually do a few bucks for that as well. It's just the food. Go ahead.
The free shuttle from the hotel to the airport or whatever.
Yeah,
$5
sure.
or $10. Yeah.
The driver on that, absolutely. But yeah, the food thing where it's like, oh, hey, you ordered your food, now just wait for it, while like chefs do the jobs they were paid to do, or cooks, whatever you want to call them. And it's like, add a tip. It's like, what the fuck for? Like, why would I do that?
Or even simpler, like if you go into like Jamba Juice, and you're like, wait, you're scooping in a bunch of stuff, throwing it in a blender, and then pouring it up. I love Jamba Juice, but I'm like, I'm not like. Well, I'm already paying like $9 for a smoothie. Like I don't.
At Allegiant, they do that too. Like I just got a hot dog and a soda, and you want a 15% tip for handing me a already wrapped hot dog and an empty cup.
Bruh.
Costco?
No, at Allegiant.
At Allegiant.
I'll tell you this much. The last game was the Chiefs game, right? That was the last game I went to? Okay, because the Steelers was first. Okay, so the Chiefs game, I went there and I tipped the first one. The other 4 registers we went to, I was like, what the fuck that? No, no.
If it's one that's actually making the food, like when we went to a Dirt Dog, like they're actually making food, okay, fine.
Yeah.
But if I'm just going to the hot dog stand and you're giving me a popcorn bucket, a pretzel, and an empty soda cup, nah, bruh. You didn't do shit. But if I'm sitting there watching you make my fucking pork belly and rice bowl, okay, cool. I'll throw a couple bucks your way.
And then it was it a 30% tip at the bar?
Yeah.
Whatever that. Remember that auto thing that there was like, what the fuck?
Right?
This shit was crazy. I don't know. It's just if it wasn't for like I said, I'm with you. If you earned it, I'm happy to give it. I'm not going to bitch about giving a tip. I usually, you know what? I tell you what, it's kind of cutting myself off. What pisses me off in a funny way, party 6 or more, 8 or more, we're going to add your 15% tip. I'm like, y'all just lost money. I would have tipped you more.
Mm-hmm. Right? Most likely.
The moment you put that automatic tip on there, I'm not going to give you extra. But if you don't do it, I usually start at 20% and go from there.
Yeah.
And the other thing people have to pay attention to is you don't tip on the bill. You tip like the whole bill, because that includes tax. If you got a $100 bill and 90 of it is your service and 10 of it is tax, you don't tip that $10 extra. You tip on the 90 for those who do the percentage base. Like, I'm going to do 20%. Then do 20 off of 90, not 20 off 100. It's like,
I usually just double whatever the tax is.
Yeah, right. Because the tax is like 8%, 9%. So you double it, and boom, there you go. You're in that 18 to 20%.
Right, and sometimes round it always. If I don't feel like doing enough.
Yeah.
So I'm not losing.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely on you guys. Me, I'll make it so it's a 0 at the end. So I'm doing the change. I am doing the change.
Because he has to balance his checkbook.
Yeah.
Well, if it's on a credit card, daily. That's your mind. I was doing it before we logged on. I was like, okay. I know exactly how much is in my checking account. Yep.
That is the weirdest definition of clapping cheeks I've ever heard.
It was closing checks.
Closing checks.
Man.
Cashing checks and losing bets.
Not even kidding, man. Every day. I know exactly how much is in my bank account at all times. I mean, that's just... So I want to be able to know, like, what stupid shit I can buy. Because I'm out there, I'm going to find something like, can I really afford to do... Well, I have this much, and I know... So I know all my credit cards, know all their balances, know when everything's due, know when the statement closes, all of it. So there's not this whole... I mean, it's... this is going to sound kind of cocky, but it's not as big of a deal because I don't spend a lot of money on things. Like, I'm not going to go out and buy a $4,000 purchase.
Oh yeah.
So there's enough on my account that no matter what
I get, when that $600 Darth Vader lightsaber set comes up, you're like, done.
Right. Honestly, that's what did I say? It would have taken me 30 seconds to freaking make that decision because I knew what I had and was like, fuck it, do it, wrap it up. I just looked at it, like, wrap it up because I knew I could afford it. It was like, all right, fine. But some people, I hear this a lot. Where they like, well, I don't know how much is on my account. I just pull up my Wells Fargo account and I see my balance. I'm like, yeah, but have you accounted for the auto debits that are going to come out later in the month and all? And they don't. So it's like weird. That the fact that they don't do that is what's weird to me. How do you not know how much money you have? I mean, if you have a bunch of it, no problem. Then you do you. You don't have to worry about it. It's never a problem because you always have money in your account because that's how you roll. More power to you. I ain't mad at you for that.
True that.
Yeah, and I'm not, and I don't live paycheck to paycheck. But those that do, you need to be balancing your shit. The ones who, I do it because it's my OCD. But those who are living paycheck to paycheck, balance your damn books.
For real though,
craziness. But yeah, so the whole tipping thing was just because of that Facebook post, and I was just like, well, the lady was like, well, if they're doing whatever, you should tip them. I'm like, well, what's their job? Tell me what they did above and beyond that they should deserve a tip. And I said, I'm not arguing. And what I put in the post. I was like, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just trying to educate myself. Because if you got a valid reason, I'm happy to change my mind. It's like okay, politics.
Well, hold up. What about my job? I can go above and beyond on my job. Or I can do bare minimum. You sending your boy on 911 an extra tip? Because he hooked you up better?
And I've seen this happen a lot, right? Where the people, oh, this person saved my life, and they show up and they give them a gift card or something, whatever the case may be. If that shit happened to me, I absolutely would. If something happened to me and 911 was on the phone with me, they kept me through whatever, and I came out whatever the situation was, I'm going to be like, who was the I'm not going to know who you are. at the moment, I'm going to be too frantic. In theory, I think I'd be too frantic. Depends on what it is. But after the fact, hey, who was the person that was on the other line with me? Oh, it was this particular person. Like, okay, I'm going to reach out, and it's going to be, you need $100 gift card to fill in the blank, whatever I could afford, it would be something. Because it's like, dude, my life, it's like, oh, I don't want to, here's a $20 gift card to Target. It's like, my life is worth more than $20 gift card to Target. I will give what I can afford. I mean,
are we talking double? Are we talking double?
Like it's December with the extra gift card stuff.
You get 5% off on that red card. So there's bonuses here and there. And it is not Walmart, so it's already a step up. So it's kind of like double. Come on.
Or were they just doing their job?
For sure, they were just doing their job. That's the thing. For sure, they were just doing their job. But I think my issue is,
goes to the point. Tips are for when you appreciate good service. It's not necessarily about above and beyond, but you were supplied good service.
Yeah, like Duke said earlier, the lady's cup or the person's cup was full the whole time.
Yeah.
Versus the table behind where you're like, hello, I'm parched. I've had nothing for 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That matters to me. But I get it because people, like, if you do an online order, you want Olive Garden to go. You're going to pick it up and then you do your thing and you don't add a tip to that. You might have semen in your food. I'm just saying.
A little extra in your fettuccine Alfredo sauce.
So it's like, so you have to worry about these things at times. It's like, what the fuck?
But see, that's a culture thing. You shouldn't have to.
I agree.
All you're doing is you're doing your job.
Right? It's like, I did my job and they didn't give me extra for it. It's like, ugh. It's like my dad always talked about with the millennial attitude people. It's like, I have this job. You pay me to show up. You need to pay me more if you want me to actually work. That's the millennial attitude. And it's ridiculous. So please watch people on TikTok. Yeah, for real though. Mm-hmm. We are not even close. It is not even close. Our boomer parents fucking us up made us the best.
Right? Don't worry about all my trauma.
Our trials and tribulations that we never resolved because we're too good for therapy.
Yep. And then we turned around and messed it up and was like, I'm not treating my kid that way. And now we got millennials. It's our fault.
I mean, most of us here didn't make the mistake of having kids, but
Sir, my children are not a mistake.
And your children are not even millennials, so that don't even count.
No, the one is
Gen Z, right?
Gen Z. I think the little one's like Alpha.
Gen A. Yeah. You got a Z and an A. You got lucky and skipped the millennial.
Right. And just be careful how you talk about her. She is pretty good at archery. Just saying.
So she'll come valuable in the zombie apocalypse.
Yes.
Or the impending zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, you'll be chilling, trying to go in the pool, and she'll just like fucking ninja your ass.
Oh my god.
What's worse than a ninja? A fucking ninja.
Yeah.
Boom. Anybody seen anything lately, movie-wise? I was on call the last 2 weeks, so I haven't seen anything.
Movies have been butt cheeks for the last 3-4 weeks.
We went to Dogman today. It was a lot better than the trailer made me thought it would be.
Okay.
Because I didn't read the books. Like, the girls read them at school or whatever, but they've never bought them, so they've never been in the house. I guess it's a spin-off of Captain Underpants or something.
Art makes sense.
It's pretty good. There are a couple of adult jokes in there. There's a fish that becomes like the MacGuffin towards the end of the movie. Spoilers! They're trying to save this kitten, and Pete Davidson plays the cat. And he's like, "Get away from her, you fish!" I was like, "Yes." And then the kitten comes back later, and he says, "Flippy something kaye, mother flipper."
Nice.
That's such a low bar.
Look, I was watching Dogman, okay? So the bar is already pretty low.
I tried to watch the sequel to Den of Thieves, and I ended up falling asleep halfway through.
Everybody said it was pretty good.
I ended up falling asleep halfway through.
It's good enough that they're already making a third.
Again, it's the movie that you're kind of like, what's happening right now? Like, I don't understand the motivations of any of the characters. I don't understand why they're doing, and maybe because it's been so long since I saw the first one that I don't remember the relationship between Ice Cube's son and
King Leonidas
Gerard Butler, but that like they knew each other, and I was like, wait, the original Den of Thieves came out like 5 years ago or something, right? Like, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's
a little longer, I think. Yeah, probably longer.
But like they didn't do any like flat, like they didn't for a movie that's that old, they did zero, like, hey, remember this happened? Like, they just meet each other and they're like, hey, and it's like, oh, you're still free, and he's like, yes, I am. Are you still a cop?
Yeah, so with something like that, it came out in 2018, by the way, so longer than 5 years.
Yeah, I'd say.
You have to. I think when you make a sequel, you need to. If you're going to wait that long, you need to decide and like figure out how pop culture-y, how cult is your movie. Like with Bad Boys, it was like fucking 30 years between 2 and 3, right? But also it was Bad Boys. We watched those movies over and over, both of them, right? So you don't need to go back and be like, this is Mike and Marcus and they're BFFs and all this shit. Because we know. But Den of Thieves, it came out, people liked it, and forgot about it. So I think
I watched it one time and then I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I enjoyed it, but
like that,
not a lot of rewatch.
You need to take that into account. Like, how popular is our movie that we can just start the second movie and just go with it?
I think maybe the other side of that, though, is to not do that is everything's on streaming, so you're going to, part 2's coming out, let me go rewatch 1 again.
Also true.
I mean, that was, like, when I watched 2, I'm going to watch 1 again first.
So that would be my suggestion. If you ever get feeling like you're going to need to watch the Den of Thieves sequel, I would definitely watch the first one, so it reestablishes. Because I was like, I don't remember. Again, like, yeah, it was like, boom, 1 ended and 2 started. Like, it didn't feel like there was any.
I'm just saying, Master Chief was in the first one, so you probably should have watched it anyways.
Wait, what was that?
Master Chief, Pablo Schreiber, and 50 Cent were in the first one. So I think you did yourself a disservice, sir.
I gotten home after hanging out with some friends, and then I was like going through, and I was like, oh, this is new. I just downloaded this. Let's check it out. And then I was like halfway through, and maybe it's my fault for being tired and maybe a little drunk when I started watching it, but I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Is that what you tell your lady friends too?
Yeah, exactly. Halfway through, I'm like, what is happening?
Rape, she's raping me.
I didn't know what was happening. I didn't approve to any.
No consent. Hashtag me too.
Believe all men.
So, I think that. Did I watch anything else? Go ahead, Luke.
I started a couple, actually. I started watching Harley.
From the beginning? Beginning?
I never saw it, so yeah, from the beginning. It's like, I'm not going to jump into a TV show in season 4. Come on now, I've never seen it, so I went back to 1. And yeah, that show is ridiculous. I am loving it. I'm only what, 2 episodes in?
Oh, that's it?
Maybe 3. Because I'm waiting, so I can only watch a couple nights a week. And if I have meetings, it kind of kills the week. So, but I had time before tonight. I actually we watched an episode that ended like at exactly quarter after the hour. So I was like, hey, we have time to watch one of these. Want to jump in?
Another one.
So yeah, if I had known, you could have been hanging out with Naked Alley, but whatever. That's what it is.
Now Duke's super mad.
But no, that show, I'm like, okay, I don't think I have a meeting tomorrow night, so when I get off work, it'll be right back at it. It was just based off of the first 2 episodes. I'm like, okay, this
it's
is
just
good.
So fucking ridiculous.
Exactly.
Kaylee actually does really good as Harley.
It took me a minute because after the first episode, I went to IMDb. I'm like, okay, who are the characters? And I was like, Tudyk is Joker. I'm like, okay. And then obviously Kaylee, and I do like me some Lake Bell. So,
King Shark's the best. Between Bane and King Shark, though, I mean,
Bane is okay. Today's episode with the bar mitzvah and Bane. Oh my God, yes! There was a whole lot of me just shaking my head. It was like, wow. And this is only the first 2 episodes.
Super disappointed that Kite Man got the spinoff and not Bane, because I would 100% would have supported a Bane spinoff.
Bane still shows up though.
Kite Man got a spinoff?
Yeah, Kite Man, hell yeah. It's a whole after whatever last season was. So you watch all the way up to...
Oh, that's the one you were telling me about.
Yeah, so Kite Man gets his own series.
So I got to watch the first 4, then Kite Man, and then 5.
And then Harley 5, yeah.
Yeah, and then back to 5. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, he was... Honestly, that was kind of funny too. Him and Ivy, again, it just... I'm glad I bothered to start. I was like, I'll get to it eventually. And last week, got to it, and now it's like, okay, that'll be the... watch until the series is over before I move on to the next thing. Yeah, for us anyway. On my own, That was the next thing, and that was the SNL 50. And there's, I don't know how many episodes there are total or gonna be, but there's four. There's 4 that are out. Oh, okay. Well, if it stopped at 4, then I watched them all, and all 4. It was pretty good. As much as I don't like the leftist SNL, what SNL has become, it was like, well, super leftist, because SNL has always been left, but they were funny back in the day even though they were left. Now they're just like, all right, you have to wait till somebody on Twitter posts a good skit once a month. It's like, okay, cool. But going back in the 70s, 80s, and just watching their process, the cowbell thing, the writer's room, I was like, wow, I actually kind of enjoy this. So one of the next movies I watch, since it's on Netflix now, will be that SNL movie that came out last month.
A music one. Well, you got 2 weeks, Luke, because starting on February 16th, you got season 3 of Yellow Jackets, season 3 of White Lotus, season 3 of Reacher. You have Invincible. You're gonna have.
Wow. Well, those ones I could probably watch weekly, though. On the binge side of it, it'll just be hard.
Yeah. I was just seeing, because I know that there are a couple.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. Righteous Gemstones.
Season 3 of Yellowstone. You mean season 2 of 1923?
No, the Righteous Gemstones.
No, you mentioned Yellowstone early. And I was like, Yellowstone?
Yellow Jackets.
What's Yellow Jackets?
I
don't think I've seen anything.
Explain Yellow Jackets.
It's a bunch of hot chicks doing stuff.
Oh, well, that's enough said. I was like, because 1923 season 2 is on my list too, and that comes out the end of this month.
It is.
I still have to watch the first season.
A wildly talented girls' high school soccer team become the unlucky survivors of a plane crash deep in the Canadian wilderness.
What the hell?
But it has Christina Ricci in it.
Juliette
I can never
Lewis.
remember her name. Juliette Lewis. Yeah, Ella Purnell. So Fallout.
They seem way older than high school.
But it's flashback. So like they talk about what happened during their adventure, but they're older. Like they get found eventually. They come out of the wilderness, and then some weird shit.
After how long?
It's been a while since I watched watched it, so I don't remember exactly the time frame between when they crashed and were found. But it's like a 20-year difference between when the crash events happened and them talking now. Or
did they de-age or different actors for the
different actors?
Okay, thank God.
But they look. It's creepy it's wild how close some of them look. Their younger counterparts to them. Like they did a really good job of finding.
They got a girl with the big forehead for Ricci.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I'm going to spot her.
That's what you're going to be watching it on. Is just her forehead. Can I watch Yellow Jackets on your forehead?
It's like, right? I got a projector.
Hating.
Thanks. Oh my God. How about you, Jack? Watch anything?
We started watching The Pit on HBO.
It's supposed to be good.
The hospital one?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. They're doing it kind of like how 24 was, where it's like real time. So every episode's an hour, and it's an hour of Noah Wiley's day in the ER.
That's cool.
It's like an R-rated ER, which is probably why they're getting sued by Michael Crichton's estate. But I'm enjoying it.
How can you get sued? Like in that case, you got to sue every hospital show. That's crap.
Right. But I think what happened is like they were thinking about doing like an ER series, like another spin-off, and like it fell through. So like she's all butthurt about it or something.
I hope that gets tossed. I hate that frivolous bullshit. It's like in that case, then St. Elsewhere should sue you, ER or whatever. You know what I mean? If we're gonna do that, fucking Quincy.
And General Hospital should sue St. Elsewhere.
Everyone.
Exactly.
General Hospital's been on since the Stone Age.
They've been on since the 60s. So hell yeah.
And then Quimby MD should sue Young and the Restless.
Man.
And General Hospital, just on principle.
But no,
Quinn,
it's pretty good. It's everything that you think ER should have been if it wasn't on network TV. Like, they show this dude, he's, like, having some drug episode or something, so they're trying to hold him down. They send one of the new kids on him, and he, like, pisses all over him. And you see his wiener.
Damn.
No way. Yet. Yeah.
Wow.
But there's blood,
what
like,
streaming
tons of blood.
Is this on?
HBO, on Max.
Max.
Yeah. That, and I talked about it already, the Dexter prequel series is on.
Yep.
So we're watching that. Shit. I think that's it right now. Just waiting for everything else to come back. We started watching that new Reba show.
Oh yeah, the one with
Lucky's
the
Place.
half sister.
Yeah, that one's funny. But I've always liked Reba. I liked her comedy show she had back on WB or CW or whatever the fuck they called it then. But
UPN.
Reba is,
UPN. There we go.
It was after it turned white, so it was not UPN.
Okay.
They had already got rid of the Wayans brothers by then.
That's another thing. I didn't realize Damon Wayans was on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, like for like a season.
Yep, he got fired when he went off script. But that was part of the documentary. So like looking at some of that, the people that were on there, I was like Robert Downey Jr. was on SNL for a season.
Yep.
I was like,
that was like the mid '80s. The mid '80s were rough for SNL.
It was season 11. Matter of fact, the title of that episode is called Season 11 because it was so bad.
Yeah, they only kept like one or two people from that season.
No, they kept 3 or 4. It was John Lovitz. I can't remember the girl's name. There were like two girls and Lovitz, I think, were the only ones they kept after that. Because that's when Lovitz came up with the whole that's the ticket with the liar, the dude that kept lying. But yeah, it was crazy.
Say what you will about the show, but it does have its place in pop culture and American history, even.
Like again, they as much as they've been super left forever, they were at least funny about it. It's just the last several years they just haven't been. Because back in the day, people would talk about SNL skits all the time. Now it literally is. I'll have somebody once a month say, "Hey, check this out on Twitter," or whatever, and it's one good. I was like, "Oh, that's pretty funny." And it's like, that's it. I'm not gonna give them my hour and a half. They don't get my 90 minutes when I know it's not gonna be funny, and that's the problem.
Did you watch the Saturday Night Live movie?
No, that's what I was saying is next on my list. Because that's on my list, but I was waiting because somebody don't get mad if I watch it without her. So I was like, okay, I'll just watch the documentary stuff before I watch the movie. But although I did go back and watch the very first episode of SNL because they're all on Peacock. So I watched that first episode because I know the movie is going to be about that. And that first episode was not funny. It had a few moments here and there. I was like, man, George Carlin really wasn't that funny. The other lady who was doing the skit for comedy, she wasn't funny. The musical, Billy Preston, was a little over the top. I mean, but that's how Billy Preston always was.
The movie kind of explains, I think, why George Carlin wasn't that funny.
Probably because he's high as fuck.
Well, there's that, but also, I think there was also a perception that he had about what the show was going to be. And then it didn't end up being that way. The movie, I mean, again, it's satirized, right? Like it's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the movie does a good job of sharing why George Carlin wasn't George Carlin that we know. You know.
Okay.
For that,
right.
Like, I don't even think he wanted to even be there. Like, he wasn't even. They basically had him on there, and yeah, like it was the first host of SNL didn't even want to be the host of SNL, you know.
I tell you what, though, but you make a good point, because like that's not the George Carlin that I knew. Because as soon as it was over, I'm all looking at IMDb. I'm like, dude, who is streaming his stand up? Because I need to go watch the real George Carlin.
Right.
I didn't get a chance to look time right now, but I'm guessing it's on HBO Max. I'm guessing Max has his stand up.
You could probably find a bunch of it on YouTube too.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, I don't know what I did, but something in my YouTube algorithm changed, and now I'm getting like a constant stream of like full movies, and I'm like, no, I don't. Ugh, no, like it'll be like full blah blah blah. It's like The Guardian full movie, and I'm like, wait, how? Like I don't like. Okay,
because they know you're out there in the oceans. That's why.
Yep, they're trying to bring you back.
The amount of time that I spend in the ocean. You're right.
And cookies tracked you, and we know what's up.
No shit. You're near the coast. Let me give you Castaway.
Oh my god.
No, he means like this.
Wait.
They know that you're like this. Yar.
Yeah, the algorithm knows, so it's the
algorithm doesn't know that part.
It told
Duke's FBI handler. Please send him an email about this.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Patel. Tell him what's up. Oh my goodness. You guys started looking into Japan yet?
My tickets are purchased. That's about.
Oh yeah. No, we got that part. All of us have that. I'm just talking. Have you started looking for fun stuff, and what do you want to do, or have you guys started looking into that?
The people that so it turns out I'm only going to probably be with a couple of my friends. A bunch of people bailed at the last minute. It's going to be a much smaller trip, but that's okay. Whatever. I'm fine with that.
Did the celebration people bail?
No, celebration people are still coming.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the first part of my trip I'm gonna go west. So I'm gonna land in Tokyo on like Wednesday, and then immediately go to Hiroshima and look at all the stuff that they have there. They have like a museum and stuff like that. Tours
how
that you
far,
can take.
Far?
2.5 hours by the bullet train.
Was there not a airport that's closer to land?
My flight was the only flight. So I'm flying Hawaiian. So I'm flying through Honolulu both ways. And they only had a trip, like, for the price, the only place I could fly into was Tokyo, which was fine. Like, I mean,
okay.
A lot of them would go to Tokyo, and then you could go to other airports from there. But I'm like, whatever. I'm just going to stay the night in Tokyo. I think my flight lands at like 6 o'clock on, I'm going to say Wednesday. And I'm going to stay the night in Tokyo. And then the following morning, we're going to hop on the train and zip out to Hiroshima for a day or two. I'm super interested. I've not done a bunch of I've done a bunch of like historical stuff here in America. And so it's like, I'm very used to how our, history is written by the victors, that type of thing. I'm very used to how we present ourselves. So I'm curious to go somewhere else in the world and see how it was written by somebody else, right? See how the World War II and stuff like that was written up. So that to me will be really fascinating. And then I'm going to work my way back east through Osaka, through Haneda.
Wait, hold that thought, because I had a follow up on your travel.
Sure.
Do you have time in Honolulu to get out the airport, or what?
On the way back, I do. I have a 5-hour layover.
Nice.
I will probably the Pearl Harbor. I've never been to Pearl Harbor before, and it's only like 10 minutes from the airport.
Right.
That'll be my effort when I land in Honolulu, because I don't have enough time to really go anywhere. But
you've been to Hawaii before, though, right?
Yeah, but only the Big Island. So, and then maybe I'll make another. I mean, flying from here to Hawaii is very inexpensive. Like, if you pick the right time of year, you can go for under, like, I think when we went for my birthday a few years back, we ended up going for less than like $300 a person. It was pretty crazy. Like, it's as cheap as it is to fly to Vegas, which is kind of insane if you think about it.
Yeah, way farther.
I was gonna say, I got my my Denver to Vegas trip before the Japan trip. Round trip, $135.
Nice.
I was like, they're doing a special. I was like, let me jump on this now.
Right.
Is that, and that's not Frontier or Spirit, or is that
Southwest?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Southwest to Denver to Vegas, and then the next day is the Japan trip.
Nice.
And then when we come back, and then I have a day and a half or two layover, call it what you will, in Vegas, and then back out Monday.
But got 2 days at the casita.
Yep.
He could be on the Real House by then. We don't know.
So that's a good point. The other room, the guest bedroom, would actually be done by.
And then it'll be working my way back west. Just kind of that to me, there's going to be some flexibility into that, because I'm just like, there may be places where I get done and like, okay, I'm done here, I'm going to move on, or I want to spend another day here. There are a few places around Osaka that I want to check out, so we'll see if we can fit them into this trip or not. And then eventually making my way back to Tokyo, probably the day before you guys get in. I want to go to a baseball game, because the baseball games there are supposed to be pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think you guys get in the Thursday before celebration, right?
Yeah.
And then seeing what you guys are feeling as far as like for Thursday. I don't know when you guys get in, but
early afternoon,
Thursday night,
like 2-ish.
Is it? I thought it was
like 2:45, dude.
I thought it was closer to 6.
No.
So, and then just kind of playing that by ear. Like, we'll see how celebration is. We'll see how much time. We've kind of already talked about this. I don't know if we've talked about it on the pod, but you guys got the pin trading and stuff like that you're going to want to go every day and do.
I will tell you, we are at celebration open to close all 3 days.
Right. Yeah, and that's cool. Like
Yeah.
But I'm like, well,
that's
to me, I'm like, since I'm not working it, like, this is very different for me than kind of almost a Comic-Con. This is almost like a Comic-Con thing for me, where it's like, when you're working it, it's a completely different. You guys are basically working it for all intents and purposes, right? Like there's things that you're doing.
Pin trading happens, but for the most part, we're walking the floor and hitting the panels. It's not like the pin trading is like incidental. But no, I mean, we just go and enjoy the con. Hanging out with Star Wars
pin trading happens when we're not doing a panel, basically.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to, I'm trying to be flexible in all of those types of aspects. I know Ben had mentioned wanting to maybe do like, there's like the Nintendo Museum and the Sega Museum, and there's a few museums like that in Tokyo.
Are they in Tokyo? Well, that changed.
I thought it was.
I figured it'd be in Kyoto, where the Nintendo headquarters is.
Yeah.
Well, he was mentioning them. I assumed they were in Tokyo because we were talking about them in the context of Tokyo, like when we're in Tokyo. Because I was like, I think I want to do Disney, and he's like, I don't know if I'm gonna be. I don't know if I want to do Disney. I think I'd rather go to like the Nintendo Museum and that type of thing where I can do Disney at home. I can't do it. I can't do the Nintendo Museum here.
Yeah, it's in Kyoto.
Okay, so we may have to take an hour train ride to go see it, right? But it seems to me in my conversations with the people who live there,
an hour.
Well, and that's the thing. Like I was talking to, so Travis lives there. I was talking to him, and he was saying like, yeah, like
they have raffles. You have to win a raffle to get tickets to the Nintendo Museum. So you have fun with that.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're supposed to actually talk about that probably tonight after the podcast.
But you know what? They're not even out yet. So
okay.
What's that out?
Tickets
the raffle
for
isn't. It's time. I'm guessing the time frame. It's a little
so
later.
Tickets
too far
for
out?
March are available to buy now.
So we have another month to wait, probably before the April ones get posted.
It's
probably the end of February.
Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff. Like Disney tickets are 60 days out, I think.
Yeah.
But he was talking about that there are a lot of things that you can just get on, like if you get on the Shinkansen, I think is what they call it, the bullet train. Like you can go somewhere in the morning for an hour, spend the day there, catch the 8:00 train back, and you're back in your bed at the end. So there may be a few things like that where we go and do, travel to Kyoto and do the museums and that type of stuff. I really want to go to one of those shopping districts where it's like a super tall office building. And each floor is like different stuff. It's like a different store. So you're like,
they have Cat Cafe there.
Yeah, there you go.
I saw that on YouTube. Yeah,
Aid Cafe.
Any of our listeners here, if you're in Japan, been to Japan, I think we had one Japanese listener.
It's Travis.
Like, oh yeah, throw us some ideas. Let us know what's up.
So I'm trying
sushi making class.
I did see that. That's one of the popular things that happens. The sushi making, obviously the adult stuff.
Well,
the
live
tours,
ninja show.
The go-kart.
Yep.
The Mario Kart racing in the street.
Yeah. So I'm trying to keep myself open as far as that stuff goes and just kind of going with the flow. So how about you guys?
Not too much for me. I've started looking at it briefly. Not sure, like, okay, we're going to have whatever day's free and then whatever day is going to be Disney. Then after that, am I still going to make it to Okinawa? I'll look into that in the next couple of weeks if I can get over there for a hop. But a lot of it for Okinawa is going to be real simple for me. If I could get an early morning flight, because the flight's like $165, if I can get an early morning flight and a late night flight back, then I'll do it. I don't want to get a hotel there when I already have a hotel. I don't want to pay for 2 hotels and I'm only using one. So if I can get an early morning flight, go there, do what I want to do, and then fly back in the evening, I'm in. I'm doing it.
There's a poop museum in Tokyo. Done.
A what?
Poop.
That's what I thought you said.
Step inside a gigantic toilet bowl and you'll be greeted by pastel hue, soft-served ice cream-shaped poops that are surprisingly delightful.
Wow.
Welcome to Japan.
That's in Tokyo?
Yep. Ooh, Tokyo Criminal Materials Department. There they have a guillotine and an Iron Maiden.
What does that even mean?
Man. Yep.
I'm curious if, like...
Jack is making his list right now as the podcast is happening.
Oh, man. Yeah, but I looked at, like, or travel. I looked at the Disney hotel. I haven't looked at our other hotel, but I looked at the Disney hotel, the amenities and stuff there and stuff that they have there. I'm like, okay, cool. $13 for a breakfast buffet. That's ridiculous. They're going to lose money off of me. That is
it makes up for the $65 Goofy's Kitchen that we paid for.
But for real though, but when I saw that, when Jack told me that, I was like, yeah, man, Jack's making shit up. But yeah, I ended up looking at the hotel stuff earlier tonight and the options, and it's weird though that the hotel we're staying in doesn't have a restaurant really for like dinner and lunch.
It's just that breakfast buffet.
It's just that. Yeah, we'd have to go to the hotel across the street. It's a Disney hotel also, but we'd have to make a reservation for that hotel if we wanted to have dinner there. That being said, I don't see it being an issue because I imagine we're going to have lunch and dinner on site.
I watched a couple YouTube videos on eating at Tokyo Disney. We'll be all right.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. So I wasn't even worried about that.
They have a potato churro with chimichurri sauce inside it.
What the hell?
Right? It sounds delicious.
Damn. All right. But then I started looking at the Disney attractions. Mm-hmm. And Tokyo Sea looks like they're packed as or the lines are just longer.
It's because they just opened up the fantasy land area or something.
Okay. Because there's like stuff 200-minute wait.
Yeah.
180-minute wait on two things. But Disneyland proper, the longest wait was like
it was a Beauty and the Beast or something.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like, okay, that's...
Yeah, but they have a bunch of new attractions at sea right now. So that's why. But they have like all kinds of free fast passes. We get in 15 minutes early so we can get the fast passes. Yeah.
Yeah, so they got a 40th anniversary, so the fast pass is free.
Yeah.
It was like, I hope we could link again.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah, the thing I saw, you could.
So Duke, with the timing, with the schedule change and everything that's happening with our shift, are you still going to go to Disney?
We'll see. It's one of those things, like, I'm okay. Like, again, I'm remaining flexible, right? I don't want to go and do Disneyland by myself. And if nobody else is interested in going, I would rather go and do stuff with the group and then go back another time and do Tokyo Disney with a group. That would be, or I mean, again, we have a bunch of Disneylands that we can visit. So if I miss out on Tokyo Disney, but in 2 years we decide we're going to go to Disney Hong Kong or we're going to go to Paris Disney or whatever, then I, that to me, this just is the timing. Just with school, with everybody's stuff going on, work, getting time off, like it just this is just how the timing worked out. So I would like to go and do it. But I'm also not going to go spend the whole day by myself there because standing in line by yourself fucking sucks. Like,
does the people I don't know if that's proper, but with the people that canceled, does that can you adjust your trip? Like, do you need to be there that early now if those people are canceled? Or
I don't think I can.
Nothing to do with it?
I have like the lowest rate, so I don't think I can make any changes without it costing money at this point. So. But I mean, it is what it is. It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll still get to spend a Star Wars Celebration together. We'll still get to do stuff around those couple days around it. So we'll maximize our time as we do.
I mean, that's what my wife told me earlier. She's like, you have to look at it like this: the reason we're going is Celebration. Everything else is just bonus.
Yeah.
So,
and we can always go back to.
We weren't going to Japan without Celebration.
It was
eventually.
But not necessarily April
celebration.
Not April 19th through the 27th. You weren't going.
That is true. But if it wasn't, I still might have went this year. Because remember, I was supposed to go last year, and then somebody effed that up.
Jack.
No, sir.
No,
I didn't get a job.
Yeah. I didn't have a stroke.
That was all D's F up. That's what that was. Not D Duke either.
Or D's nuts.
Ex-wife's brother effed that up. But either way, because remember, I was going to go with World's Fair, go to Okinawa, do all this stuff, and just get Japan out of the way. And then after London, when I didn't go because of spite, because I was pissed off at that they sold out of 4 days, but all 4 day individually was available. That shit pissed me off. So I could afford it back. I was like, I could afford this. I'm not principled about it. I'm not going to. I'm not paying twice as much to get a 4 day pass when all they're going to do is consolidate my shit and give me a 4 day pass anyway. So
yeah, or they'd be assholes and be like, here's Friday, here's Saturday, here's Sunday, here's Monday.
That's actually better though, because you get the different arts and everything. And if they stamp your badge, like this is limited one per person per show. I'm like, I got a new ticket. Like SDCC this year, only Thursday, Sunday. Darn, if I get something Thursday that's only a one of, I can get it again on Sunday.
Get back in.
But overall, yes. I mean, yes, the Star Wars Celebration is what made this actually happen, and that's the main thing. So as long as we're all there, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Everything else is just bonus. Let's be real.
Yeah. And it sounds like we're already planning 2026. So I guess we got that going on too.
We
Always in motion, the future is.
What are we planning for 26? What did I miss?
Cruising, bruh.
Yeah.
I thought that was this year.
No.
June.
No.
Dude, no way.
Are you crazy? You kidding me? No. I said
I missed that. Oh, I totally missed that part of the text. I was ready. I'm like, I put my cruise YouTube videos back in queue and started watching them again. I thought that was this year.
Next summer.
Oh, yeah, summer. Yeah, the next summer that comes up is in June.
No, that's this summer.
Not tomorrow. Next summer. Next summer after that.
Hey,
that's
like when is the next summer? The next summer is in June. Yeah. I totally missed that part. Okay, never mind. And I'm not gonna worry about today.
Yeah, you got a whole year to think about it, son.
Oh yeah, I'm likely in, so I'm not. It's like, I'm just like.
But see, now you could probably do Disney World because now it's a whole year away.
No. I have no interest in extending a humidity trip.
Yeah, June is pretty much the worst time to go to Disney World.
I'm picking one or the other. Like, I will meet you for Orlando or I will meet you for the cruise. I'm not about to be bitching and complaining the whole damn time for both. I'll pick one.
Nah, the cruise ship's fine. The cruise ship is not humid at all. You'll be fine.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was okay. That's why I was like, I'll do that one.
Nah, so you do Disney World and then you get all miserable. Then you go on the cruise ship. You got buffets. You got pools. You got a pitch black ass room. You got Broadway shows to watch.
How long would that trip be?
We do it in about a week and a half or so.
How long is the cruise? 4 days?
Depends.
4 days.
3 to 5 days, depending on which one we do.
All right. I won't
Don't
nix
rule it out
completely.
yet, Lou.
Yeah. I was like, okay, that doesn't sound too horrible.
Is the plan to go to all the parks?
We usually do. Yeah. 1 park a day.
So that's 5 days, right? Because there's 5 parks.
Magic Kingdom, Hollywood, Epcot, Animal Kingdom 4.
So yeah, we can.
By then, won't the villains?
No, not by next year. There's no. Maybe. Some of it'll be.
I don't know.
But
maybe I'll mix it up. I'm like something that I haven't done in forever, like Universal. Everybody keeps talking about Universal. I haven't been there.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
they're going to have a new Jurassic Park roller coaster and Fast and the Furious, I think.
Yeah.
At Universal, Florida. Yeah. Because I went to the one in Cali, but that was in the 80s, man. So
yeah, it's different now, I'm sure. I haven't been for 20-something years, so yeah.
What was it? The show, by the water, they always have some show,
Water World.
Some extravaganza. It was Miami Vice back when I went.
It's Water World now.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah, it was Miami Vice. Helicopter came down, blew up the whole thing. Yeah. The Star Trek thing was cool. They like got a volunteer and did like a quick scene for Star Trek, and they edited it and spliced it and had it all good to go in like 5 minutes. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed that.
I remember getting a He-Man figure because they had a He-Man put you in the cartoon or put you in the show.
Oh, that's cool.
Thing. And then afterwards they gave you a He-Man figure. I don't remember what He-Man figure it was, but it was.
Did Universal make the movie?
I don't think so.
I don't remember what it was.
They just had a lot of licenses. They used to have
Marvel
license, and
you'd still love a Fisto today, my friend.
Hell, oh my god! So yeah, it's like I don't know. I might go Disney cruise, but Universal. Like I'll catch up with you guys. I'll do Universal. I doubt that's gonna happen.
We have a year and a half to talk about
Orlando either. So,
but I also haven't done Disney World. So
also true.
I could do Disney World and then come back in Cali and do Universal there.
Yep.
That wouldn't bother me at all.
We have Universal at home.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know, we'll figure it out. But yeah, now it doesn't sound as horrible, I suppose. I won't nix it completely.
Just bring your fucking neck fan. You'll be all right.
You know what's funny? I'm looking at it right now. My box of Funkos over here is just sitting right there, so I don't ever forget it. So when summer comes around, I didn't want to put it away in my Comic-Con bag, and I just only pull it out for cons. I was like, I might need that in just regular time, so I left it out just so I wouldn't forget about it. That whole out of sight, out of mind shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
That's random. Okay, sounds good.
Goodbye. Okay,
he has pants on?
Thank God.
I was thinking that dude. You got pants on? He ain't me. It's all good. But yeah, we still got to figure out what we're doing for SDCC too. Are we gonna lock it in Legoland? Because I'm down. It sounds pretty cool. Haven't done it.
Since we're on the podcast, I just wanted to thank Jack again for my birthday / Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
Oh, we get to see him.
Santa Viking.
With the glare.
Is there glare? That
no,
not
okay? Anymore. Not anymore. You're good. You're good.
Santa Viking, Sean.
Yeah.
But like the one that we saw at Comic-Con.
Yep, the Funko Fusion.
I was about to ask.
And then, hashtag
Neil Nation.
Neil Nation, baby. Let's go.
At least it wasn't an Acolyte Funko.
So
that's because they didn't make time here.
Like I said, he's quadrupled my Funko collection just in one gift. So thank you again, Jack. It was super fucking thoughtful. So I appreciate.
Don't you have some in Vegas still?
I have two.
A couple. Yeah, he has his and.
Yeah, because
the one he made of his own. Yeah, that's right. The pop himself.
All right, so I guess he double and a half the number of. I'm actually going to have to get a shelf and put them up on a shelf now.
You got to get that 8-pack, that whatever.
There you go. There you go. That'll be the only 8 I ever get. It'll be that.
Right.
Once that box is full, I'm done.
That's like over.
Shit. Now I need another
Funko collector ever.
Now I need another box. 36 boxes later. Dude, how many 8-pack boxes do you have? I'm working on 42.
One guy on the planet with the discipline to leave it at 8.
Right? Yeah. If I get another one, I got to sell one of these, guys. Come on. So, but again, thank you very, very much for the,
of course,
Christmas and birthday gifts.
That's the way my gift giving goes. You have to buy something for them they like, but they wouldn't buy themselves.
That sounds.
I'm not saying Neil shares a bed space with me, but there we go.
There you go.
God forbid they ever make a plush Neil.
Yeah, no shit.
Lord have mercy.
A Neil body pillow.
Poor snout.
Sir, he's a child.
That poor snout is done for. Wait, isn't the actress going to be at?
Yeah, mom. Neil's mom's going to be it.
Oh, the mom is going to be there. Okay.
Right?
It was.
I thought we were talking about that, right, Jack? Or is Neil's mom just
somewhere? I forget where, but I don't think she's at Celebration yet.
I wonder if do we know who the actor was in the costume?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, my first thought was they picked that frog lady.
No, it's a little boy.
Mando.
I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's just the boy that voices him.
Yeah, but who's in the actual suit? I don't know. I didn't bother to look it up. I heard clickety click.
Click.
I was just seeing who had announced if they had
announced.
God damn it, StubHub! No.
What does StubHub want?
It was the first link. Have they announced celebrity guests? Celebrity guests confirmed for Star Wars Celebration: Rosario Dawson, Ahmed Best, John Knoll, Diego Luna, Sam Witwer, Mads Mikkelsen, Alan Tudyk, Manny Jacinto, Daniel Logan, Anthony Daniels, Tamara Morrison, Doug Chang, Ashley Eckstein. So that's everybody that's been announced.
They need to start. This shit needs to start going fast and furious soon.
It will.
Yeah,
I need exclusives. I need the pin trading program. I need the art show. Everything.
Yeah. Art show should be up probably by the end of the month, I would guess, right?
I would hope so.
I wonder if Funko's going to have an exclusive. I always thought about that. I don't collect.
I'm sure they will.
Anymore. Well, did they have one in London?
Yeah.
Hang on. Let's look it up.
I was like,
to the eBays.
Because I figured whatever they had in London, they'll have in Japan. No guarantee, but that's what I'm thinking.
Star Wars Celebration, London. Funko.
They had that was a reveal. Oh no, that is it.
Yeah, sorry. It was a Jar Jar.
Jar Jar and R2 and R5 2-pack.
Oh, okay. I do remember that. Oh, I remember the 2-pack anyway. I don't remember the Jar Jar.
And it looks like there was a Darth Vader pin. A Funko Darth Vader pin.
What was the Jar Jar? Like what outfit?
His tongue out. The numb tongue. He puts his thumb up after he goes in the energy binder.
Gotcha.
50.
That better be stickered, not the shared one.
It's a sticker. Yeah, it's stickered.
Shared sticker or show sticker?
Shared sticker
it says
or
show
official?
Sticker. You're up 20 for Celebration.
Okay. That's my biggest thing. We have to figure out getting stuff back.
Right.
I mean, how much do I want to put in a budget for just mailing stuff? Don't even worry about it. Just mail everything back. And don't take 2 suitcases. Have one suitcase, one proper suitcase that you check. But the airlines does allow 2, so it's like take advantage of it. So I'll look into that stuff too, like what carry-on rules. I'll look at the airlines and figure out what I can and can't do.
But honestly, by the time Celebration's over, if we just send that shit home, it'd probably be home by the time we got home.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, because that shit takes a couple weeks.
Well, and if we combine and put everything together and just do one big box, that would probably be cheaper than each of us mailing individually back.
Yeah, like I'd be fine, especially for me anyway, if everybody ended up going to Jack's house, because for when I drive back down for SDCC, I'll just drive it all back.
Well, because you're flying home after London, right? From Vegas to.
Yeah, it'll be from. You're talking about Japan to back to Vegas, and then Vegas to Denver. So if Southwest allows 2 check bags too, so I can always throw stuff in there. But what doesn't fit, I'm not worried about it because I know I'm driving again.
Yep.
To Sandy, so it's like, okay, if I don't get it, I'll get it on the trip back home.
Yep.
So not even sweating it. It ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
Jack, are you gonna have enough time for Disney World and cruising and then Comic-Con next year?
Yeah.
PTO time.
3 years in a row we did that shit. No, I get 6 weeks of vacation, dude.
Nice. Well, I just meant asking for the time off. Like,
oh yeah, no,
you just do it early enough and you're good to go.
Yeah. You pick which one's the most important, which is usually whatever vacation it is. So I just picked Florida first.
That'll be,
and then
you gotta put that in January. You gotta bid that in January.
November-ish, in theory, is how it's supposed to work.
Okay. Damn.
But yeah, no. Usually my first 2 vacations are easy to get.
After that, you might have
when
to
you
exactly.
put in the right dates,
right? Yeah,
when you make sure to put in the right.
Oh yeah.
I did the vacation right, just not the timeshare.
You had the days right
correctly.
The days were right. The dates were wrong.
We were just homeless.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Could have gambled. It would have worked out if you gambled.
Right.
But what if it didn't?
Exactly.
See how many people we can fit in one room. That's what would have happened.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's crashing with flu.
Yeah. Yep. It was like we're about to get real close.
In our 2-bedroom timeshare that only ends up being 1 bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I will say that's the best pull-out couch that turns into a bed that I've ever slept on.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's actually better when you pull it out as a bed. Don't just sleep on the couch.
Yeah, Lou just slept on the couch for 3-4 years.
Yeah, it was like, I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. You're in, you're out, 6 hours. You think about it, we're not sleeping long.
That's true.
None of us are sleeping long. I just didn't feel like it was worth it for a while. It's like,
but
if it was going to stay out, sure, yeah. Then it was like, okay, my now I'm starting to feel it. It's like just fold the whole thing out. I'm like, all right, that was better. It worked. Man. But yeah, so I'll start looking into some crazy stuff to figure out whatever gaps there are, museum type stuff, cultural type stuff that's going to be around. But I'm not opposed to, again, if there are early morning trains to go a distance, like, it's a 3-hour train ride.
That's true.
Okay, can I get on the train at 5? If I can get a train at 5 in the morning, I'm happy to go someplace.
Yeah.
And then just sleep a little there, sleep a little back, and then back to my place, back to my room.
Yep.
By 10, 11 o'clock at night. I'm okay with that. But I'm not worried about the travel part. There's enough to see on the trip, to talk about. I might have a touristy book to read. I'm not. It's like the celebration will happen, like World's Fair. Obviously, that was one of the points of me going. But that's, I think Jackie looked it up. That's hours away.
Yeah, it's a good distance.
So if I can't make that, no big deal. It's like, okay, it was a thought, not going to happen. But if there's something that is, and like I said, I don't know what the travel times are yet. I don't know if they're 24-hour trains. I don't know if they're like all that. So once I start getting into the weeds into that, probably the end of this month, then, because by the end of this month, that's probably when I'll start, you're going to go to Okinawa? Let me book my flight,
right?
Blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
I'll do all that. So we'll see. Not sweating.
All get figured out. No big deal.
And then if we do Disney the last couple days there, Thursday, Friday, those tickets don't go on sale for another 3 weeks anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't even need tickets because we can buy them the day of if we want to.
Yep.
Because from the hotel, if you stay at the hotel, you can get tickets even if they're sold out.
Nice.
I was like, that's kind of cool. So there's a whole lot of not worried about it.
Yep.
That's what it comes down to. There's a whole lot of
the tickets are done. The celebration tickets are done. Plane tickets are done. Hotels are done. That's it. We don't need anything else.
And they're shipping the tickets, the celebration tickets.
I think it's will call.
Yeah, I thought it was will call. Yeah, because it's overseas.
That's going to be shitty.
Although, I probably should go find my receipt. Start making a folder. Like, put a folder together, the hotel res, all that stuff. I know where it is. I created a SWCJ folder
all
email.
Under Duke's name so he can get them the day before and we don't have to do that the day of.
Dude, for real.
I'm walking out with like a sandwich size
bags. everybody's badges and shit.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I mean, if that's an option, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
if they let us. Yeah, if they let us. If not, no big deal. We'll just do it when we get there. I mean, we get like Jack said, we land 2:45. That should be plenty of time to get to the event to get a will call.
Yeah,
because I don't
figure out the train schedule.
Yep, I did look at the bus schedule, the hotel bus
transfers and everything are.
Exactly. Like, is it better to get like a week-long pass and all these things? I'll worry about that shit.
Logistics.
Yep.
Next week, I think I'm watching Love Hurts with Short Round, our Tightwad Tuesday movie. So next week will be that, and the week after will be Captain America. So
wait,
because Captain America comes out,
you're gonna wait 2 weeks to watch Captain America then?
Captain America doesn't come out until Valentine's Day,
right?
So then the week after, so next week.
Hold on, I'm confused. When does Short Round movie come out? This Friday?
Think so. Let me double check.
Okay, so the Tuesday before Valentine's is Love Hurts, and then the Tuesday after Valentine's is Captain America.
Yeah.
Okay, I got.
I kind of want to see Companion. I think I might have to go out on my own.
Things about that.
Which one is that?
That's the one with the guy from The Boys, Huey from The Boys, and the girl lights her arm on fire because she's a.
Oh, where he can't feel stuff.
No, that's Novocaine. That's different.
But no, she's. I think it's a robot.
Yeah,
it is. A weekend getaway turns bloody and violent when a subservient android that's built for human companionship goes haywire.
Gotcha.
That's what Elon's building right now.
And it has Sophie Thatcher from Yellow Jackets. Full circle. End of the podcast. We're good.
Y'all keep mentioning people like Sophie, Kendrick. Like, I'm going to go over here with my seasoning, salt, and mayonnaise. Whatever, man.
You don't even use a seasoning salt.
Yeah.
If the fries are dry, I will. If they don't put them on the fries, I will. Sometimes they get lazy, and they just real quick. And,
and you still tip them 15%, you psychopath.
No, they get less. They'll you know what? They'll usually get a good tip as long as my drink is full. That's the big thing.
Yeah,
I don't even give a shit. You could spill the food all over me, but if my drink is filled the whole time, I'm a happy camper.
For real, though.
Lou's like, cover me in fries and seasoned salt.
Right? I'll provide the mayo. You ain't got to worry about that.
All right, we started the podcast with me throwing up in my mouth, and we're ending the podcast with me throwing up in my mouth.
Man, that reminds me, though. I haven't been to Red Robin in a minute. Shit.
I think I have a free burger from them for my birthday, so I might have to go take advantage of that.
Yeah, before it runs out.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe I'll do that tomorrow night. So, yay, meet me over here.
All right, on my way.
She has to go to, right? I think she has to go to Walmart anyway, and it's in the same mall area.
Nice.
What the heck is she wearing?
Nothing. She had on a big fur coat, and then she took it off.
Get out.
And that's how they went to the Grammys.
Okay, y'all. Go, just do search.
No, don't. What's fucking wrong with her? Okay.
Tell me.
I guess I should have been asking that before, but.
I mean, you can rock it, but what the hell? She got little nipples. What the hell?
Well, they're all squished under that body pantyhose she's wearing.
Yeah, whatever that mesh thing she has on.
That's definitely a choice.
Look, if you're comfortable enough to do it and they're not going to give you shit for doing it, then hey, more power to you.
Oh, they did. They made her cover back up.
I was going to say more women should dress like.
For real, though.
They made her.
I don't think so, because look at the innocence of these eyes, Lou. Look at these eyes. Look how innocent they are. Do you want them ruined by fucking Kanye West?
Kanye West's wife. We're not having to give her the proper credit of getting her a name.
I don't know. Yeah,
Bianca
I don't care enough about celebrity to.
I'm with you 100%. I'm with you on that crap.
If you're popular because you're just married to somebody and you had zero, like you were
She's
nobody.
A visual artist.
Oh Christ! I'm a visual artist too. Look at my collection of socks. You know how I've decorated them over the years.
Take my shorts off. I'll be a visual artist as well.
From the windows to the wall.
Look at the poop museum. Oh no, I got you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Losing
literally
in the kids section. Oh, look, there's pages to color. Let me just pull your pants back up. Hang on.
Artistic license.
Yeah. None of these browns are brown enough for me. I need a very specific hue, and only my ass can generate that.
There are shades. I had a specific breakfast for this moment.
Yes, it was Lucky Charms, and that's why it's going to be...
It was Lucky Charms and corn.
That's why it's going to be pea yellow or pea green. There we go. All right. Rails, we've gone off them.
Yeah, I just don't know what I can do with squash.
Lou, how come it smells like asparagus? This is the poop museum, not the pea museum, Lou.
Because I ain't getting to DJ anytime soon. That's why it smells like asparagus. It smells like pineapple. You know what's happening later in the night.
Okay, we've hit our limit.
Yep.
Now we're just getting still.
Now we get giddy. Now we get to that giddy moment.
I can't wait.
Okay, so Duke's got his plan for Tuesday and next Tuesday. Anything else, Duke? You got anything else planned?
I will give myself a maybe for pod next week, just as an FYI.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'm flying on Saturday. I'm flying to Scottsdale, Arizona. Gonna go see Tiesto. Flying back at 6 a.m. back to Portland. I have a Super Bowl party at the house, so we'll see how I'm feeling after all that. I don't know if I'll be up for a pod after the game is over.
You're gonna be feeling drunk as fuck. Is how you're gonna be feeling.
Yep.
That could be more fun though.
That's fair.
Right.
We'll have to see.
Jack,
we'll keep you guys in loop.
So much. Archery tournament on Saturday. Kimberly Akimbo. It's a new musical. And then the Kendrick Lamar concert, sandwiched by a football game.
I don't think I have much. I think I might. I got to see what's out in the theater, but it's been a while again. I've had a 2-week forced hiatus. So I might see if there's something Tuesday that's worth a damn watching. But I think I have a couple HOA meetings this week. I'm not 100% sure about that. I think they might just be regular vendor meetings like during the day. And then I don't think I have a Tuesday night plan, but man, I only have a whole shit like going on.
Did you see a Complete Unknown yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Loved.
So the only things that look like that are out that are current right now are Flight Risk, Companion.
Oh yeah, I'd watch that. I'd watch that too. Okay. That's 2.
Flight Risk right now is a 28% on Rotten Tomatoes. So take that for what it's worth.
Whoa, it got that high? Wasn't expecting it to get that high. I ain't gonna lie. If you would have said 18, I'd have been like, okay.
That's exactly where I thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah, I did want to watch that. So, okay, there's enough for me to watch for $5.
Yeah, you won't be bored.
Yeah. For $5, I can watch a couple. So,
becoming Led Zeppelin.
Didn't hear about that. That sounds interesting.
It's an IMAX movie. It looks like IMAX early.
Only? That means? Oh, I'll have to wait then. I'm not going to IMAX. I ain't paying extra for that. Not for Led Zeppelin. I like Led Zeppelin, but damn, probably my favorite classic rock band. But
the regular one opens on Friday, so
okay, yeah, I'll save that for later then.
Heart Eyes, murder movie. It looks like horror movie.
Devon Sawa.
I was gonna say that one sounds familiar, but I don't think it was on my list to want to watch.
That's it on the first.
You know what? I might just say F it and just keep watching Harley.
That's fair.
Also true. I'm not mad at that.
I was like, I'm enjoying that. Like I said, only 2 episodes. I'm enjoying it way too much. I'm like, you know what?
And you have so many more.
Yeah, and I was like, I still got 60 episodes to watch.
Right.
Whatever it is.
Anime Expo Cinema Nights is showing Cowboy Bebop the movie this week, so I might go check that out.
Oh, that's cool.
Looks like it's a Wednesday and Thursday night, and maybe Sunday. Sunday will be a good day to go because nobody will be there.
Nobody will be there. You could watch an early movie and still get back for the game. Game's not till 3:30, so your time 3:30. So,
but yeah, it's playing at the theater right near me, so I might go check it out. See if anybody else wants to tag along with me. I'm
keeping the game simple. Not going to anybody's party. Not going out. I'm gonna sit here, not be bothered, and be able to listen to commercials without wanting to hit somebody because they're talking through the commercials.
The important part of the game.
Yep. So I don't want to hear it. So it's like I've been invited to a couple things already. It's like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to commit murder. Murder's still illegal.
The purge hasn't been legalized yet.
Bruh, I was at a staff meeting on Thursday, and the only notes I took were I wrote it 4 times. Murder is still illegal. Just the dumb shit that people were just saying. It was just like, it's like, oh my God. Okay, nobody wants to hear your story. We want to get out of this damn meeting, so shut up. Stop interjecting with your stories. Oh, what I do is this. Nobody gives a fuck what you do. So I was like, as soon as somebody would talk, it was like, murder is still illegal. And I had to write it 4 times or 4 incidences where it was just like, man.
Bringing a Nerf gun and shooting them with it isn't, though.
Especially if it has a push pin in the end of it.
That would be fantastic. Just the thought of it, I can see two people that I would just love to feel so good.
Well, we'll let. I think on that note, we'll let Lou simmer in his fantasy.
Yeah,
he's gonna simmer in something else.
Yeah. So looks like we got some stuff that we're gonna have to talk about next week or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
yay!
Sounds good.
Otherwise, have a good week, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Wait, oh sorry, the Royal Rumble was this week, so you can't.
Oh yeah,
Can't see me.
see you.
Can't see me.
He's already got. Can't see you because you blend in with your wall in the background.